Hello and welcome to Lesson 15 of National 5 Computing Science Web Design and Development. Today we're looking at describe and implement hyperlinks, internal and external, relative and absolute addressing. I've got a demo website here. It's got 5 pages. They're all identical. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have a bunch of links. And you may have noticed I've zoomed out a bit. It's because of the length of these links here. They're quite long, so I've zoomed out so you can see them. This is what the website looks like. Very simple, just a bunch of links. So what you need to learn are internal and external links. Well, the first 10 links here are internal. They take you to a different part of the same website. Right, here's my website. If I click on one of these pages, it's the same website. It's just a different page on the same website. This last link is an external link. Takes you to a different website. This isn't Google, but this link takes you to Google. External website. So that's the easy part. Internal and external hyperlinks. The difficult part is relative addressing and absolute addressing. Well, knowing what they are is quite simple. Relative addressing is when you just type the folder structure or the path and the file name that you're linking to relative to this current page. So on index.html, if I want to get to index.html, well, I'm in the same folder, right? So index.html, if I'm here, to get back to myself, I don't have to go into any subfolders. But if I want to get to page 1, I need to go into subfolder and then page1.html. So that's from index.html, subfolder, there's page 1. This is relative addressing. If I use absolute addressing, I type the full file structure, the whole path, and then I get to this file. So the full folder structure. Now this obviously has the negative of you have to type the whole thing. And if I change the folder name, for example, if I go back to websites and I change this file name to links demo, then none of these links work anymore. Look, it's actually telling me that none of these work anymore. I can update it and it, well, I don't know what it said, but I would then have to change all of these links. Now this isn't a hardship, really, but I need to do that in every, I don't know what it's saying. Yeah, it's because I changed the folder. Yeah, whatever. Now this is obviously not a huge hardship, but it's taken a little bit of time and it's taken a bit of, it's a bit tedious and it causes problems like this because I changed the file name, but it's in, like I'm in that folder, link demo, but link demo doesn't exist anymore. I'm just going to go and change it back. But you get the initial idea. Relative addressing is where you just type the folder or file name relative to where you currently are. Absolute is when you type the full exact thing. Now we've looked at the negatives, type in the whole thing, and then if you change something, you have to change everything. That's negatives of absolute addressing. But there are negatives with relative addressing as well. Look at this website. So if I'm on the index, I've typed in the URLs relative to the index, right? And these work. So if I'm on the index, I can get to any one of these pages like that. If I go back, I can choose any of the other links. They all work. But there is a problem. If I go to page 1, even though I typed in the exact same links, none of these work now because relative to my current position, so I'm in page 1, which is in subfolder, all of these links are wrong, as demonstrated by trying one of them. It's just wrong. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. So in order to get back to index from page 1, so this is page 1, in order to get back to index, I need to go up a level. I need to go from subfolder, page 1 in subfolder, back to link demo. So up a level, and there's HTML, there's index.html. To go up a level, I do ... So this is telling it go up one folder level into index.html. If I'm on page 1, to get to page 1, I don't need to go into a folder, so I get rid of this one. Likewise with page 2, it's in the subfolder. And because I'm in the subfolder, I don't need to tell it to go into the subfolder. I just go into subfolder to get to pages 3 and 4. So now that page works. I can test it. I'm on page 1. Oh, I didn't refresh. I need to refresh. Now that all the links go purple because it knows I've actually visited these pages before. So I can get to the home page. I can get from page 1 to any of the other pages. But you'll see that all the other links are blue because they're the wrong addresses, right? And I would have to do that for every single one of these. So this is now using, I mean, for my boomer brain, this is too complicated. I can't figure this out. So I would, in this scenario, use absolute addressing. There are other issues with relative and absolute addressing, but I think this video has gone on too long already, even though it's a relatively short one, get it? But you're getting the idea. If you need to know more, there are plenty of places you can go. You've got the BBC Bite Size, Scholar, if you have a login for that. If you're a student in Scotland, you should have a Scholar login to access their materials, and your teacher should be able to tell you more as well. Either way, I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one.